Alright, yeah, so this is part 2 because my phone ran out of memory. But, so this is the slide right here. We have full trademarks. Here, let me move this. There. Full trademarks. It's really good looking, engraved. Right there on the outer barrel, you also have some engraving on there as well as you. What's cool is I also have the serial plate, the old garter type, which has the same. Me lube up the barrel for. There we go, perfect. There we go. It's always good to lube up the chamber part of your outer barrel when you use it. But this slide is very nice. The fitment is insanely good. If you look at the, oh, my bad. When you look at the slide fitment, there's little to no wobble. Like here, let me show you the front end right there. There's almost no slide wobble. It is very, and it is smooth when you rack the slide. There's no resistance. I heard the PGC slides are also very good as well, but this slide is far beyond my expectations. Here, let me go get a magazine and let me test fire it. Alright, so this is one of my other magazines. It has a 9-ball gasket seal, so see how this baby shoots. Ooh. That is very nice. Wow. Kicks very good. Everything cycles smoothly. I am very impressed with this slide. Honestly, this slide was worth $130. As you can see, it's leaking lube now, but wipe that off, and that was wow. That's very smooth cycling. A lot smoother than the old 5KU slide I had. That was meant to be. The cycling is fast and it's also very light. The slide is very light for being 70-75. That is just very impressive. Everything is just very nice. I have pictures of the real gun, which is hard to find, honestly. But this slide is very close. It's almost as if he had the real gun and just modeled it off of those ones. It is very impressive in how good quality this slide is. I recommend Gunsmodify 10 out of 10. I have never had an issue with any of their parts. Yes, this slide is it's just so smooth. You don't feel anything. You can't even hear anything. Just smooth all the way. It sounds very nice too. I'm personally not the type that likes to use slide releases and hits the slide release. It's the slide lock to me, not a slide release, and I don't like messing up my slides because this is what happens when you hit the slide release. This is a gun I really don't care about, but that's not very good to do that because that wears down the slide quite a bit. But yeah, wow, that is just very good quality. I wasn't expecting this. It's crazy. It's like he test fires all of them before sending them out. It's very good fitment. There's no gap when the slide comes back. When you see the slide rest, there's almost no gap other than back here, I guess. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. My only gripe with the slide is it was kind of a pain in the ass to get the selector detent in here and the blowback housing, and in turn I ended up crushing part of my return spring for my nozzle, which wasn't a really big deal. It was a small part and I just cut it off, and it's not like the nozzle is loose or anything. It stays all the way back stationary. But I mean, it'd be nice if it was a little easier to get the blowback housing unit in instead of crushing my return spring. But other than that, though, wow, that is very good. So the current update on this build is Gunsmodify 18C slide. because I've never seen anyone else upload a video of one of these slides in the review. It's drop-in fitment. It's very good. I upgraded the trigger spring here. Mostly running the KM hammer, like I said in the first part. I do have a steel auto sear, but I don't want to wear down the blowback housing unit, as well as I have a steer valve reset, but I also don't want to. It's for durability. It's meant to. I built this gun to make it last. So in turn, if I use steel and aluminum blowback housing, even though this is CNC and I have used it, it has held up well. It will eventually wear it out a lot faster than these cast parts will, right there, because like it's held up very good. Other than that part, that's just the trigger bar though, and this is held up against a steel hammer as well. But the thing is just I'd rather, because this is pretty hard, and I'd rather preserve the gun as much as I can. What needs to be steel is steel, like the hammer and the release. The valve knocker has lasted me. It's still stock, everything in here, because it's very. I made sure. Let me. Here, just one sec. Sorry about that. Just a little battery warning. But this gun was built to be very smooth. Nothing in this moves hard. So if you look at the hammer assembly right here, it is very smooth. It is like butter. There's no resistance at all. It's 100% very smooth, and it was built for that, to be as smooth as possible. Because when you start putting, because the KM hammer is a Japanese brand, and they obviously they don't sell out of Japan anymore, and I found a Japanese supplier that do sell these, that sells worldwide. But the thing is with the valve knockers, I tried mixing other company valve knockers in with it, such as Garter, which didn't work, UAC, or not UAC, sorry, AIP, but they don't make parts that fit ever. You have to grind them down. The UAC or the AIP parts are in this gun now, so this gun doesn't break. But the thing is I've noticed that I've gotten the best consistency and the best performance with just the stock knocker. So I'm just using that. The most issues when you're building a Glock, the major issues is the valve knocker that causes issues, because if there's too much resistance with it against the hammer, it'll light strike. There's two ways to combat that. You either get a really strong hammer spring, or you just use the stock knocker, because what I've noticed is the KM one is almost exactly like the stock hammer. So anything like Garter, the Garter ones don't fit in without modification, but